And welcome back to Everything You Need to Know. I am Matt, as you probably know by now. It was a pretty eventful week in baseball. We had a lot of things that we got to cover today. Let's just dive right into it. And the best way to start off this show, of course, a walk-off bunt, because, yeah, why not? Check it out.
And a bunt attempt. The bunt is down, and Fermin wins the game. You can't bring the infield in that far. And School is out.
Freddie Fermin with the perfect walk-off bunt there. And it was the Royals' first walk-off of 2023, and that's just awesome. I mean, hey, this guy's sort of been popping off as of late to start the season, and good for him. Good for the Royals. Laid down the perfect bunt. Reynaldo Lopez, I believe, was the pitcher. Could have got the out, but he wasn't able to pick up the ball running in, which, hey, that's a tough job, sprinting in full speed, and then you're just trying to barehand it and flip it to the catcher. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. Shout out to Freddie for this, and just awesome, weird, rare play to see in Major League Baseball, but, you like to see it, and that's just pretty cool. Move on, Cedric Mullins hit for the cycle, and it was the 12th one in Orioles history, so really not that many. Here's the home run.
Oh, in the right field. Mullins. Did he do it?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, he did. It's a tsunami. Cedric Mullins completes the cycle and sends Camden Yards into Waterworld.
Look at him out there in that section, would you? Cedric Mullins. Wow.
O's fans were absolutely pumped up for that. Of course, they got the bird bath going on there with the guy shooting out the water gun at all the fans in the crowd. Love that. It's actually pretty cool to see all the fans that are there, because I was actually there, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Took my mom for Mother's Day down to Baltimore, so that was nice, but it's nice to see that it's full now. Lots of Orioles fans, and of course the Orioles rocking those iconic black uniforms with the orange lettering. Personal favorites of mine. And Cedric Mullins, he's that guy, though. I mean, he absolutely smoked that home run deep into right. And, the Orioles are legit this year. It's kind of weird to say, but they are a good team this year. They're not your 100-loss Orioles. They're not anywhere close. Third best record in baseball, something like that. So they are legit this year. Another guy who's legit this year, Nathan Eovaldi. And he has been on fire to start the season. Check out his stats here from the last couple games. I mean, he's consistently going deep into games and getting lots of people out, not giving up any runs. I mean, not walking anybody, not giving up a lot of hits. You take out that start against Kansas City there, and he's gone 8 or 9 innings, like, every game. Most, it's like 5 hits he's given up. 2 walks is the most he's given up. 12 Ks. He's been absolutely on fire, and the Rangers were probably looking for him as a 2, maybe a 3 behind Martin Perez and Jacob deGrom, but really, he's been a huge help for them with deGrom being out now. Later, we'll talk about that a little bit, but absolutely huge help. Nathan Eovaldi, he's been a dog this year, and I'm pumped up for him because, he's been an okay starter for most of his career, in Boston there, but now he's really taken this next step, been dominant, and, at the end of the year, he may be in conversation for the American League Cy Young. Excited to see where the rest of his season goes, but yeah, so far, he has been on a absolute heater. Not some good news for the Rays pitching-wise. Drew Rasmussen headed to the 60-day IL, and this is just another big blow to the Rays rotation with Jeffrey Springs going out earlier in the year for the whole year. And obviously Tyler Glass now still isn't really I don't think he's at the major league level. I think he made a start in the minor leagues, a rehab start not that long ago, and I don't think it went well even. So not a good sign for the Rays. But if we know anything from the Rays, they find a way to make it work with whoever they got. Chances are we don't know their name yet, but we will. We will soon because they're going to be dominant. They'll just find another guy to pick up Drew Rasmussen's spot, even though he's a very borderline elite pitcher so far this season. He's been really great, putting up great numbers for the Rays, but tough blow for them. But like I said, Rays find a way to bounce back no matter what, it seems like, and we'll see, but I sure believe in them, in their pitching rotation, that it's going to work out for them. They're going to be all right because that's just what the Rays do. An interesting thing here that happened last night, Christian Walker seemingly was ejected for clapping? Yeah, check out the video here.
3 games in the Miami series. Didn't go that time either, didn't offer. And it's 3-1. Alfonso Marquez. The appeal to first base from DeJesus said no. Christian Walker can't believe it. Here comes Jeff Bannister for an explanation. I think Alfonso Marquez overruled the no swing call at first.
You see Walker, he is so confused. And I mean, I would too. All he was doing was clapping that the call went their way, it seemed like. I don't know. Nobody really knows here. You saw Torey Lovello, the D-backs manager, come out onto the field there, and he was, I'm sure, arguing with the umpire about, hey, what is going on? Why did you just eject one of my best players for the rest of the game? I don't know what umpires. I don't understand. What's the issue here? Are you just that desperate to get involved in the game? You feel like you need some. Need to be in the limelight a little bit. I just don't understand what's up with umpires and just having to make these calls. It seems like, hey, we just gotta find a way to inject ourselves into the game. Ejecting a guy for clapping, I don't know what he thought. Are you making fun of the umpire for the call? Like, are you applauding them because you think it's the only good call they made in the game? I'm not really sure. But what are you doing either way? Like, just get over yourselves, really. I don't get it. Umpires, I'm not ready for robo-umpires, but MLB umpires have a little way to go yet before they're an acceptable level. They're pretty good most of the time, but then you get these outliers like this. You get JT Realmuto in spring training ejected for accidentally dropping the ball the umpire was handing to him. That's a whole different tangent, but I don't know. Just a strange thing here. But we'll move on because I could talk about MLB umpires for forever and all this ridiculous stuff that they do. Kenley Jansen, though, deserves some claps for this. He hit 400 career saves recently this week with the Boston Red Sox. Obviously known for being a longtime Dodger. Went to the Braves a little bit last year. Now he's up in Boston. And I think he just became one of 7 relievers all time to hit 400 saves. Absolute elite company. Amazing for him. You know, there was a time when we weren't sure he was going to be a great closer in the league anymore, whether he'd be in the league anymore. He had some heart troubles, and now he hit 400 career saves. This is incredible. We are just, as baseball fans in general, just very happy for you, Kenley. Came a long way from being a catcher. In case you guys didn't know that, he was a catcher coming up. There's some clips that recently went sort of viral of him catching at a World Baseball Classic not a couple years ago, a little while ago, throwing a guy out at second to becoming borderline the most elite closer in the league during the peak of his powers there with the Dodgers. And, you know, I talked to Mel about this on the podcast earlier this week. He says they always Dodgers fans always have a special place in their heart for Kenley Jansen, which I think that's right. Even though, hey, maybe they let him down a little, or let the Dodgers down a little bit, but whatever. It's going to happen when you're a closer. You're going to have blown saves. Kenley has been one of the best to do it, though, in our lifetime, and now he hit this incredible mark for him in his career. It's just awesome. Yeah, claps for Kenley Jansen for that. Absolutely amazing stuff there. Moving on, Jacob deGrom. Not great news. Bruce Bochy came out saying Jacob deGrom will miss another 2 to 3 weeks with elbow inflammation. Not what you want to hear as a baseball fan, but especially as a Rangers fan. You know, this was the guy you brought in. You spent the money this year. I mean, you did last year too, but Semien and Seager. But now you brought in the guy, the premier starting pitcher in Major League Baseball. And he's just had some injury issues like we expected. But you were hoping he could turn it around, and he just hasn't. The injury issues just keep popping up for him. It just doesn't seem like he's sustainable to pitch at a high level. You know, it's always an injury after a couple weeks. Couple starts in, then you get an injury. He's leaving early games after 6, after 5 innings. Doesn't finish a game out. It's not great. I mean, it helps a lot that you have, like I talked about earlier, Nathan Eovaldi performing really well. But think about where this Rangers team could be if Jacob deGrom was healthy the whole season. That's another, 10 elite starts you're getting? Like, he is the best pitcher in baseball when he is healthy. There's no question about it. But guy just can't stay healthy. And best ability is availability. And he hasn't been available. So it's tough to see because he's got elite stuff. The guy's just a freak show, honestly. But got to stay healthy. So tough break for the Rangers. Tough break for deGrom. Tough break for baseball in general. We'll end this on a high note, though. Joey Gallo made this incredible catch. Check it out.
Cronenworth goes. Popped up. And it is Gallo running towards the line and making a catch, finishing it off with a bare hand. And it's a double play. Gallo sliding across the line. The ball popped out of his glove. He caught it with a bare hand and then got the double play at first base.
Cronenworth is going, are you kidding me? Pops up.
Ooh.
Did the ground cause fumble? Love the focus, though. You can see the eyes locked in on it.
It won't be challenged.
There you saw. It's amazing. He's sliding, making that catch. If he just made that catch the first time, it would have been incredible. But the ball pops out. He's able to keep his eyes locked in on the ball. He's watching it. He gets his hand underneath it, and he grabs it. Amazing, amazing play by Gallo there. And he's borderline figuring it out in Minnesota. He's had hot and cold streaks, but that's Joey Gallo as a hitter. He's not quite Rangers Joey Gallo level, but he's definitely not Yankees or Dodgers Joey Gallo level. But great, great circus catch there. And just, I could watch that 1,000 times over, the way it bounces out and his eyes locked in on the ball while it's in the air. He's able to track it. He's able to get his hand out right underneath it, catch it barehanded, slide, pop up, perfect, throw to first. Now, it didn't matter. Machado there on first, or whoever was on first, didn't look like they were going to go, but a nice throw over there too. Joey Gallo, awesome job. Love seeing that catch. And love you guys tuning in to watch. Really appreciate that. And check out all the other videos we're going to be putting out here on YouTube and all of our other socials, Instagram, TikTok, wherever else you want to find us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. See ya.